so I can eat some candy. Nigga, this shit ain't healthy. Nigga, hold your text.
I got a little time to talk on this video. We got Chilling Scares, 3 food delivery app stores. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? We almost at 5K. I'm finna do a little praise right quick. We almost at 5K. It wouldn't be for y'all, you feel me? Y'all show love, come in this bitch, do everything. When we hit 5K, I'm doing a giveaway. Yeah, man, I'm gonna do like a little. Y'all gotta do something though. I'm announce it when I'm almost at 5K. But I already, you know what I'm saying, gonna determine who got there and get the motherfucker giveaway. But yeah, man, the way I go hard for this shit and love this shit, cause it was a time I was going hard more to your favorite YouTuber. You feel me? Just making videos before I would get paid for the shit. Like dead ass. Like, yeah, I ain't got all these videos. I got 2,000 videos. Post my good, post my bad. You feel me? Y'all might not know, but one of my favorite YouTubers ever, like, that made me want to, like, inspired me to do YouTube videos, like, just, you know what I'm saying, just everything is Kevin Edwards. If y'all know Kevin Edwards Jr., Kevin Edwards, look him up on YouTube. Kevin Edwards, he got all type of properties and all that now. But back then, you feel me, he'll show everything, you feel me, his ups, his downs, and all that, you feel me? And that's why, you know what I'm saying, that made me want to, inspire me to do my YouTube shit. Y'all see my ups and my downs, you feel me? Y'all probably not know it sometimes. Like, existed when my house burnt down a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? I was still making videos. It might not have been the same element, but if y'all been fucking me since back then, y'all know that my house burnt down and I'm still making videos for y'all. You feel me? Shit don't stop, man. And like, when you love something, you can keep doing it. For instance, my YouTube. I love doing it. Like, I've been love video and editing since I was fucking 14, 15. I'm 23 now. I just not made a YouTube 2017. 2018, 19, 18 when I started posting. Now look at us. Then I finna hit 5K. Let's go ahead and get it done with this video, man. I just wanted to stop. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all to all my loyal subscribers, man, for once. I ain't got no food delivery stores. I used to work at Domino's delivery. I ain't got none.
I used to occasionally.
I ain't play that shit. Bitch, I got that thing on me.
That about a year ago.
Hold on.
And at the time, DoorDash was new to my area. Not many people used it, but if you worked at the right times, you could still make well above minimum wage.
I heard they be getting
paid.
paid.
It was a Friday night, and I got a request in the app to
deliver
to a
Walmart
house
delivery
8 miles
shit,
away.
they be getting paid.
The house was on a deeply wooded back road with absolutely no street lights. Like, literally, if you turn your headlights off at this time of the night, you were completely blind.
Oh, no.
I delivered to a house in this area once before, but that was when it was light out, which, trust me, is a way different scene. I didn't have much for phone service, so it was difficult to find exactly where I needed to be. But after a while, I finally found the place. The house seemed pretty similar to a lot of the other houses in the area. Secluded looking, and right on the edge of being able to comfortably call it abandoned. I pulled up to the house, and because of the limited visibility, I decided to keep my car's headlights on while I dropped off the food at the door. But to do this, I had to keep the keys in the ignition.
Shit.
And so I did. I figured it wouldn't be the end of the world if I left my car running for an hour.
That's rule number 1. Don't turn your mother. I used to have my lights on bright, but I never turn my car off, and I always let my window down. Cause my last car that I had, well, the car before, cause I had quit. My first car had fault though. I ain't quit, but I just left my first car fault though. So I had got another car. Then I had left my keys in the car, trying to nigger red and try to break in my own car and fucked up my car. And I had to call the locksmith to come unlock my shit, and I should did that for that. So I had to, you know what I'm saying, unlock it from the inside. You know what I'm saying. So that's when I started, you know what I'm saying. But even before that, with my other car, I always let my window down. If I'm delivering some somewhere, I don't know. Is it right here? somewhere I don't know, I'll let my window down anyway. I don't give a fuck if it's raining, nigga. I'm gonna let my window down. But yeah.
Extra 30 seconds. I took the bag of food to the front door. I knocked a few times and waited about 20 seconds when my phone went off. I was getting a call from a blocked caller ID. I decided to answer it in case it had anything to do with the food I was delivering. It was some man who sounded completely normal. He explained how he was the one who placed the DoorDash order, and he then asked me if I could just bring it to him around back.
Oh, no.
I was already sketched out as is, and so I told the guy no way. If he wanted his food, he needed to come to me up front.
Damn sure if you ain't tell.
But
Bitch,
to
no.
that, the line just went
Fuck
dead.
all like. Bitch ass
I
nigga.
told myself I'd wait at the front door for one more minute, and if this guy didn't show up, I was just gonna leave. Maybe 30 seconds passed, and the guy did show up. The front door opened, and I looked at the dude. He was wearing a black ski mask, and was just standing there looking at me. I held out the food, but he made no reaction. That's when the guy yelled out, "Alright, now!" Right as he said this, three
Whoa.
men, also wearing ski masks, came sprinting out from around the back of the house towards me.
Wait a fucking minute. I promise you. I was seeing Buddy with that ski mask, and he already told me come to the bike. He got a ski mask, and he told me, all right now, boom. Cause I used to have my pizza. I used to have a pizza. And I don't work that no more. I ain't gonna work that no more. So I don't give a fuck. I can say what I'm gonna say. I used to have a pizza. Like if you work that, you know what I'm saying. Y'all know the shit you put the pizza in if you're finna go deliver it. I had that. Then my gun always be on either my left or my right. But I know how to drive quicker on my right. You feel me? So in case somebody want to do some shit like that, that bitch would have been dead. Following them three motherfuckers, them bitches would have been dead too. I ain't gonna lie, I would have went in the house if possible. Shit.
My flight reaction kicked in immediately, and I ran straight to my car. I opened the door, put it in drive, and hit the pedal to the floor in no less than 2 seconds.
Damn.
The men were able to hit my car a good amount of times before I was able to drive off. With what? I don't know. But something strong enough to break my back passenger side window and make a few other dents.
They finna hit your
I'm
ass
only a
with
minute
it.
into driving off, and I got 2 back-to-back calls from a blocked caller ID that I can only assume were both from the same guy. I let both calls ring until they stopped. I was shaking uncontrollably
And what
still
you do?
struggling to regain my composure. But after a few minutes, I calmed down enough to call the police and report the incident. And that was that. I don't know what ended up happening, and I genuinely don't want to know. I've tried to distance myself from the whole situation as much as possible. It's beyond terrifying for me to imagine what those guys had planned for me that night. A part of me thinks it was just to rob me, but another part of me thinks they wanted to kidnap me, or worse.
Okay, so I haven't told anyone this.
Go ahead.
My landlord's giving me a week to move, and I can barely afford it.
Damn. My bad. I came out.
This happened back in 2019, on a Friday night in January. I had just gotten back from work, and was honestly way too tired to make my own food. I always heard good things about food
Is this
delivery
snowing,
apps,
nigga?
and so I figured that night was the
Boy.
perfect night to finally download one and try it out.
I wish you would.
I just downloaded the first one that showed up. I then made an account, placed an order at a semi-nearby restaurant.
We ain't had snow down here in Georgia so long, bro. Like snow. Where I'm at, nigga, I know at least since I was like 2010, 2011, 2009 was the last time I ever seen snow. Not even gonna lie. It been a long time, bro.
Turned on Netflix to watch
That's
while
good,
waiting for it
too.
to arrive. Now, it's worth mentioning that on this night in particular, there was a lot of snow on the ground. The app said the delivery would take around 20 minutes.
You
but
better
I figured
tip.
that didn't account for the terrible driving conditions.
You better tip.
I honestly assumed it would probably take double that.
You better tip.
I can't remember exactly how much time had passed, but it finally got to a point where I figured I'd just forget it and cancel the order. But right before I did, I got a message from the driver. Word for word, the message read, "Can't find your house. What's your personal phone number?" Now, you gotta remember, I had just downloaded the app that night. So, I didn't know if it was common or not for drivers to ask for their customers' personal phone numbers.
Yeah,
But
somewhere.
I
Yeah.
ended up giving it to him anyway. Around 10 minutes later, he would contact me. but not over a phone call like I expected. The guy texted me, saying he'd be at my place with the food in 10 minutes. This unsettled me a bit.
What?
I was under the impression he needed my phone
He
number so he
bullshit.
could call me and give better directions. But I just tried to brush it off.
That nigga chatting. I ain't gonna lie. He
About 10
chatting like
minutes
a
later, I would
motherfucker.
get another text saying he left the food on my doorstep. I went outside to get it and sent a text back thanking him. I figured that was that. But around midnight, I would get another text. It was the delivery driver. The text simply read, "I really liked your sweatshirt." This was now getting extremely weird, as the text suggested that the guy had stayed to watch me grab the food from my doorstep. I tried to play it cool,
I went
and
in.
responded with something like,
We tripping.
"Haha, yeah, thanks. It's pretty nice." I can't remember everything that was said next, but it was some string of multiple texts that were something along the lines of, "So how's your night going? What are you up to?"
Hey,
and
say.
various other seemingly harmless messages.
Hey, man.
To these, I didn't respond. At
Grown
the end of
ass.
the day, I told myself I didn't know this guy, and
You a grown ass man asking me questions like that, bro. Okay, yeah. Hey, don't let me, bro. That's why I barely. Y'all probably seen me come on this bitch drunk one time, 1 or 2 times. Don't let me get drunk and you say some shit like that. I'm be like, at your bitch, y'all. Like, hey, boy, hey. Smoking me is the fun of me. The drunk me, bitch, I'm gonna beat your ass. For real, for real. And don't let me drink no any kind of Crown Royal. That is my demon juice. I don't give a fuck.
I had no
Knock your
obligation to
ass
keep the
out.
conversation going.
Need some Crown
So,
right now.
I just went to bed.
I can drink a whole
Come
bottle.
morning, I would wake up to 20-something texts and multiple missed calls, all from the same number. It was again that same delivery driver. The last text was sent at 3 a.m., and as I scrolled through the texts, 2 in particular caught my eye. One of them read, "I'm outside your house," and the other said, "I can't see anything through your window. It's too dark." But that wasn't even the worst of it. I would later go outside to find footprints in the snow that I knew for a fact were not there the other day. Meaning, this guy wasn't joking. He had actually showed up to my house, and by the looks of the footprints, had walked around it multiple times. I've since moved, and haven't received another text from the number. That was the first and only time I will ever use a food delivery app.
I bet it was. Cause sometimes they supposed to ask for your number too if they can't find your spot. No count. Me personally, I just ask for the bitch number. Not no nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I'm 27 and currently out of work. I recently got laid off at my job as the company I worked for was starting to go under. So, in an effort to keep up with the bills, I started delivering for Uber Eats part-time.
But
A
do
couple of my
unemployment,
friends
nigga.
suggested it,
Shit,
and so I figured I'd give it a try until I found another job.
Yeah.
To my surprise, it was actually good money. The only thing I didn't like was some of the places the app had me delivered to.
Yeah.
I live in a city with a lot of sketchy areas. I try to stay away from those areas while delivering, but there's only so much you can do. This night, a Saturday, I got a McDonald's order. I usually don't accept those ones, but this night was strangely dead.
I don't even
Which
like
was
man.
weird. Saturday nights are usually the busiest for Uber Eats.
Like I ain't at McDonald's since.
Anyway, I pick up the order and start heading towards the address I'm given. Instantly, I realized it was not in the best area.
Bro,
But by this point,
I swear to God, last time I ate McDonald's was in 2018. Like, I don't eat McDonald's at all. If I do, I really have to crave that shit. Like, I used to like McDonald's, but, yeah, like, I really don't like McDonald's. Not the McDonald's I stay at, hell nah, because they be having roaches and shit. Hell nah. Fuck no, I would not work there. And I would not work there no more. Like, I only last there for 3 days, bro. Not the one down here, but I worked at McDonald's 3 days when I was a teenager. Never. Ever again. That's the worst fast food restaurant I ever worked at. McDonald's. Ever. I ain't never worked at Burger King.
decided to just suck it up. I pulled up to the house, and right away the vibe was off. It was completely dark with not a single light on in the house. Usually there's at least a light on upstairs, or something that would signal someone being awake and waiting for their order. But the house seemed dead. Nevertheless, I put the car in park, turned off the engine, grabbed the order, and started walking towards the door. I walked onto the porch, and as I reached for the front door, I saw it.
So
The door was slightly cracked open.
hey, buddy.
I knocked, and as I did, the door opened slightly more. I yelled out that I had an Uber Eats order, and right away some man walked to the front door, like as if he had just been waiting right there. As he got closer, I got a good look at him. Now,
All the time
I
the
know
door
what-
open, when I had experience, it was a good, you know what I'm saying, good neighborhood, white people neighborhood, you know. Good little white people neighborhood, you feel me? They let me come in their house and all that. They had a big motherfucking house too. I ain't gonna count. Like, nigga had, bruh, that bitch was so big, bruh. Pause, bruh. They had one front room in here and another front room. Right, and then they let me a good ass tip. They gave me like a $20 tip that night too. But I used to eat, bro. Delivery people used to love me. I ain't gonna cap, cause I come in with extras, and I come fast, and they still be hot. Man, them people used to love me, man.
To judge a person by their physical appearance, but this guy was practically covered head to toe in tattoos. The guy looked extremely intimidating. Definitely not someone you'd want to mess with. He had this look of frustration, or almost anger on his face. He was staring at me dead in the eyes. I lifted up the bag of food, and he grabbed it. The guy then started reaching in his pocket. I figured he was going to give me a tip, but no. Before I knew it, the guy was holding a hunting knife and pointing it in my
Whoa,
direction.
what the fuck?
My stomach dropped, realizing the situation I was now in. I was
That's why. And you do everybody doing Uber Eats on this motherfucker. I just came to the conclusion. Y'all can have your own personal. Who the fuck y'all got to report to but an app? I don't think Uber Eats got no customer service y'all can call. Motherfucker, you better have your gun, a mace, or something. Talking about, so you have the hatchet. As soon as he would have raised that hatchet at me, that bitch, he would have been dead before he can swing that bitch. I would have shot that bitch dead in his throat, in his head. Not even lying. Dead the fuck serious. No hesitation. At all. And it would have been so fast, like, boom, like last Friday, right? I had went to the other road to the store somewhere. Anyway, got down, I was walking, then a big ass dog came. Well, it wasn't dead, but it was a dog. That bitch came out of nowhere, started chasing my ass. Man, I whooped out my gun so goddamn. I ain't even know I whipped out my gun that fast. I caught the bitch back because I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't never have my gun caught. You know, you don't never have one of them done. But every time I go to the shoe range or something like that, I always practice, you feel me? Pulling my gun out and cocking it. Don't like, if I pull my gun out, I already cock it quick, y'all talk shit. Y'all don't know nothing about that shit. That's what
either gonna get robbed.
Y'all don't know nothing about that shit.
Worst case
I'm letting
scenario,
y'all in too
killed.
deep. I ain't
Mine
killed
was
it.
now racing.
Hold on, I ain't killed a dog though. Well, I forgot to add that. I forgot to add that. I ain't killed a dog. I swear to God, I did. It ran away when it looked like a person. How I knew when I pulled out my gun, it went the other way. Swear to God, I ain't killed that dog.
Thinking as fast as I could, I turned around towards my car, screamed at Derek to grab the gun, and put my hand in my pocket to start my car's engine from a button on the key. But there was no Derek, and I was in no way armed. But I figured if I could somehow convince this guy I was, I gave myself a chance to get out of this. All I could do was pray that the threat along with the vehicle starting would be enough to convince this guy I didn't come here alone. And luckily it was. The guy shoved me back and slammed the front door. I ran back to my car and practically tore the door off trying to get in. I got out of there as fast as I could. I would of course end up calling the police, but I never heard anything back about whatever ended up happening. I assume they didn't find anything,
Don't be
and
giving
that the
a
guy was long gone by the time they arrived on scene.
Don't be giving a
But
fuck.
I can't confirm this. If there's one thing I'm sure of, it's how fortunate I am to own a car with a remote proximity key, as I don't think the guy would have bought the whole act if I didn't start the engine.
Why
I'll still
is
drive for
y'all-
Uber Eats every once in a while.
Why is y'all
But
turning
I've
off
since
y'all
started carrying a
car?
knife from me at all times.
See, shit like that make them realize, you know what I'm saying, make them think, cause you have to go through some traumatic shit like that, you know what I'm saying, to actually think next time. Why the fuck everybody had their car off? Why the fuck everybody had their car off? Like, yeah, y'all gotta be much smarter in these fucking videos. And I'm not gonna stress this shit enough. Y'all are some complete fucking dummies. Complete dummies. And the ones that die in these stories that I react to, they be the smart ones. They just end up dying at the end. I don't know how. They be surviving all the social. I'm start calling it social techniques. Social techniques. Cause everybody in this failed. Leave your car off and all that type of shit. Motherfucker, that would have been a red flag. The first one when he talking about some come to the back, that would have been a red flag right there. Hey, I'm gonna leave your pizza right here. You already paid. That's it. Sometimes you ain't even gotta just ever since the COVID shit, you ain't gotta interact with them. All you gotta do, drop that shit on the motherfucker porch or whatever. Go back to your car. He ain't have to interact with the man. Man already paid. You ain't gotta interact with the motherfucker. Just go ahead and go. He can tip online. You feel me? But that's it, man, for today, man. It is late. Nah, it's early as fuck. I'm tripping. It just turned 4:02. Literally just turned 4:02. Rational come on in 4 more hours, so yeah, I'm gonna get these videos out, my guy. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's ride, nigga. See y'all motherfuckers on that video, man.